So we're working on programming for the total solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. And in talking to a couple of colleagues who are choosing to stay in the area, we're sort of outside Detroit, and the path of totality is about 90 miles away in Ohio. But the colleagues who are opting to stay in the area are doing so because they feel like we're in 99% coverage. And the question is it worth driving an hour and a half to be 100% in the path of totality? And the answer is yes. I don't know how to impress upon you that if you are in Michigan and or if you are 90 miles away, or even 100 miles away, or even 200 miles away, I can't impress upon you the fact that it's worth it to see the total solar eclipse. But why? I would say that a total solar eclipse is perhaps the most extraordinary event that you can witness of a celestial event without going off planet, right? Without being in the middle of the solar system or in the middle of the galaxy. The sun is so remarkable. We barely get a chance to experience it because we are often sheltered indoors, but thankfully we have shelter. Or we are covered up, or we do everything that we can oft times to get away from the sun. But it's an extraordinary engine. It's a world engine. And I think we get, of the sun's total energy output, I think what we receive is somewhere in the billionth category. So like a billionth of the sun's total energy output. But with that, of course, we are, we need, air conditioning, and, we need shelter and, big hats when you go to the beach, or proper clothing when you're crossing the desert. But to receive 1 billionth, it's actually less than that, but to make the number nice and round, something that you can remember, know that because, of course, the sun is shining spherically, and it's pretty much uniform, and because we are a dot 93 million miles away, that one dot versus the radiance that's going radially, it's not coming to us. We experience the sun's energy. But during this total solar eclipse, this year, 2024, is a time of heading towards a solar maximum, a time when the sun is most energetic. It has a cycle, the sun does. And so one of the questions is, when the moon completely covers the sun, will we see more solar prominences, and will we see a more active corona, and will we see things perhaps that others haven't seen before? Who knows? But it is our goal to demystify the total solar eclipse, to not make it spooky and or superstitious. Historically, because the total solar eclipse was such a rare event, that those who knew the Saros cycle or any of the other eclipse prediction mathematics, that if you knew those things, you had a leg up on the rest of humanity. So if we can provide clarity on what's happening during a total solar eclipse, and then start to think about other ways of producing energy, of course, understanding the hydrogen cycle of the sun, and looking at astronomy, and looking at earth science, and understanding satellites and how vulnerable they are to solar activity. All these things make for a rich curriculum. now this year with not only the total solar eclipse, but with the increased solar output. And there's an effect behind what it is that you're learning. If you're learning, a little bit of trig or calculus or the hydrogen cycle, astronomy, physics. And if you want to know the why behind the fact that these things are subjects to know and to master, just pay attention to the sky. So, but my question to you is, how do you see the total solar eclipse? For you, does it simply fall upon the unknown? And when we are unfamiliar, oftentimes fear can accompany the unknown. So does it fill you with dread? Is it a dreadful thing? Do you see this as a part of a collection of disasters? So, is it the fear of the unknown? Is it an omen? Or does it have a religious context? So, let me know in the comments. Is it merely a part of the solar system, right? The system of activities that govern where we live in this galaxy? Either way, if you want to learn more about what it is that we're studying this year, please go to our website, robesongroup.org, and support us on the website. This type of programming, it isn't standard, but I do think that it's necessary to teach a collection of topics together that would ordinarily not be taught together, but also ordinarily wouldn't come together around a total solar eclipse. But now that our minds are open and our curiosity is piqued, I say, let's engage. So, see you there. Please support our activities if you can, when you can. RobesonGroup.org, that's ROBESON, group.org.